I want my students to be resilient, and that means I need to be flexible. I want my students to slow down and think and take some time to breathe, but that means I need to go a little bit faster. I need to speed up a little bit, and that we all need to both act, learn, and work together while we're immersed in reflection.
Hi, I'm Yara Abul-Jadail. I'm a political science major graduating in fall 2021. I'm currently Zooming from Saudi Arabia.
We don't know when this will end, but we can focus on the good times.
At Northeastern, we need to double down on our core values of fostering critical analysis, building inclusive environments, and finding solutions. We need to do that together with the multiple communities that surround us and that we interact with. Many more of us need to ask, how am I, how are we part of the problem?
As has been said, this is a time of immense grief and pain, but also of immense opportunity. We have been put in a position that requires a radical commitment to collective memory and imagination, to think not just about what it is we're saying no to, but what are we saying yes to in community with each other.
We get to talk about diversity and dialogue and our intersectional experiences of privilege and oppression, and to illuminate the fact that it's more than just individual acts. There is a collective, because there are systems behind the scenes that are guiding everything. And yes, I know the work can be difficult, but since when is equity a given? So for many of us, equity is not a given. And we recognize that it is not a given for others, and we have to fight for it. And we have to work to create the world that we want to live in. And taking these steps, having these conversations is part of that work.
One thing that I found to be very powerful in my experience is this idea of mutual aid, and how we're living as, we might consider ourselves individuals, and I think we consider our society pretty individualistic, but we are a community, and I think there are a lot of communities on campus and in Boston that are looking to support each other.
I think, part of being open is being open to thinking differently about your own research, but also being open to remember to include all the different voices in the process of your decision making.
We've really seen how the clear issue with the deported veteran crisis is an issue of acknowledgement, and very few individuals are even aware that non-citizens serve in the US military, let alone that they can be deported. So it's been really cool for Linda and I to work together and try to bring more awareness to the issue. So then hopefully when the bill does reach a floor further down the line, that we hope that more people will know about it, or it won't be as much of a niche issue as it currently is.
So my topic is called Dating at a Distance, Navigating Sexual and Romantic Relationships and Emotional Intimacy During the COVID-19 Pandemic. My research question was formulated as an offshoot of Professor Blum's longitudinal study on young adult experiences in the pandemic.
And on a personal note, I think this semester I allowed myself to be more goofy and more personal than I usually am in class, because I was just trying so hard to connect. I feel like it was a semester, even more than ever, where I felt supported by colleagues and friends, and we would check in on each other.
Classes are about international law and the power of cooperation among countries.
Moving it online was scary and stressful, but I was really pleased with the payoff, and it really enabled us to make the event more accessible for people who maybe wouldn't necessarily be able to attend. We're centering the voices of women of color, talking about the election, and it was so special to be able to actually do that on the eve of the election.
But what I learned from this semester and going into spring 2021 is that it takes a village.
This COVID-19 crisis is teaching us that the future is going to be very different. And I think the ways that we have had the ways that we have experienced the world before and experienced the academy in terms of, mentoring and teaching, change those things. If we want to create a different world, a world that's much more inclusive, one where more people feel that they can achieve success in the academy, I think it is important that we emphasize and embrace these kinds of relationships, which are about collaboration and not so much about the hierarchy and status quo